this is my take on Cinderace. It is a Stage 2 Pokemon, single strike. The ability Crisis Power. This Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon for each prize card your opponent has taken. So the longer the game goes, the more damage the Cinderace does. And then the attack, Fireball Shot, for 2 energy, 150 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. So, aggressively costed attack, 150. There's a little bit on the low side for a 2 energy investment, but it is increasing in power as the game goes on. That's sort of, even though it costs 2 energy, it is manageable because you have access to Magma Basin now. So when that card came out, you didn't have access to that anymore. You did have Houndoom, though. But instead of playing Houndoom, we're trying Magma Basin. So once during each player's turn, that player may attach a fire energy from their discard pile to one of their benched fire Pokemon. If a player attached energy to a Pokemon in this way, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. So the way that you would have played this deck before is with the Houndoom. So there's the single strike Houndoom that accelerates a single strike energy from your deck. We don't run that card. We also don't run the single strike energy. Instead, we're playing Magma Basin to accelerate the energy, and we're leaning into the Abomasnow strat. Abomasnow sits on your bench and it gives all your single strike Pokemon, except for itself, 50 more HP. And you can only use this ability once at a time, so you can't have multiple Abomasnows in play. So, you end up with a Cinderace that gets 50 more HP, so it goes up to 220 HP, and then if you attach a Heat Energy, it gets even more HP, it goes up to 240. Now, I would like to try and fit cards like Big Charm or Pot Helmet to give it even more HP, but I find that I really need the space for consistency. So, on that topic, you have 2 Snorlax for Gormandize, draw until you have 7 cards and then your turn ends. And you've also got Cinccino, make do, discard a card from your hand, draw 2 cards. So those two together are sort of what help the deck along, lets you set up in the early game, and lets you keep going in the late game. And then you've got a bunch of item cards to help search your Pokemon out. You've got Recovery like Ordinary Rod and Rescue Carrier, which I have been liking as my Stage 2 recovery package. Rescue Carrier to grab those Pokemon that get knocked out early game, and then Ordinary Rod to get your evolution Pokemon later in the game. And maybe some energy if you need it as well. 4 Rare Candy in the deck, you need those to get your Cinderaces up and about. And then a smattering of supporter cards. Probably the interesting one here is Bird Keeper. One of the things that you can do with Bird Keeper is switch your active Pokemon, right? So one of the things that you have to manage with Cinderace is the fact that it can't attack twice in a row. It's got the drawback effect of during your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. But if you have Air Balloon on one of your bench Pokemon, you use Bird Keeper, switch it out of the active, and then retreat the active Pokemon with Air Balloon back, then you can attack with the Cinderace again. So there's the combo. Plus, this is good with Snorlax, because Snorlax has 3 retreat. It's a bit hard to get out of the active. And if Abomasnow gets stuck for any reason, you've also got Bird Keeper to manage that. And that's pretty much the deck. The idea is that it is a single prize attacking deck that potentially creates an awkward scenario for your opponent where they're not able to knock you out. If you look at the HP that Cinderace sits at, with Toughness boost, plus, let's say, a Heat Energy attached, it creates a situation where it can't be knocked out by Trinity Nova on Arceus V-Star. It can survive a Mew VMAX if they don't have Power Tablet, things like that. Anyway, that's the deck. That was my super quick YouTuber deck profile voice, where I speak very fast. Let's play some more games. See what happens. Alright. Much ado about nothing on that turn. Let's go Level Ball. I guess it's going to be a Minccino, right? Let's put the Heat Energy and Headbutt. A paltry 20 damage, but it does matter because if this Mimikyu doesn't evolve, Then next turn we can evolve and just knock it out. You did not just fan me. Dude. That is not what you just did. Seriously? They're not legal, Scott. You cannot use Japanese language cards. I believe the universal rule with Pokemon cards is that they must match your home country or be in English. So our national language is English, so we can only use English cards. Europe might have some interesting rules, like I don't know if they can chop and change between, like, you know, you can have like French cards, German cards, all that sort of stuff. Don't know. Canada is interesting because you can have French cards in Canada, since French is a national language there. But yeah, because our only, like, national language is English, you can only have English in Australia. Which, like, kind of sucks. Like, there are some really rare cards that would be much easier to... Wow, look at that. So we want Cinderace, because we need to survive. Cinccino, Mimikyu. Yep. This is a bit weird, but I'm gonna do it like this, right? Grab Snorlax. And just draw 7. Nice hand. It's not bad. The only problem is the lack of energy. So it would have been really nice to hang on to that Magma Basin, but you know, you can't have everything in life, right? Okay. So we might be able to beat the Mimikyu. It's going to be a bit of a slow setup, but fortunately Snorlax doing some work in the lead for us. I don't think they even attack this turn, right? They'll get quick shooting off, and that's about it. Next turn we want to go Heat Energy to Cinderace, Level Ball, Scorbunny, Quick Ball, probably for a Snover. Really depends on the top deck. Okay. So that changes things. We'll go Heat Energy, Level Ball. So there is another Abomasnow in the deck, so we can afford to discard this one, right? Do that. Another Scorbunny, just for fun. Research. Another Scorbunny. Yep. Mimikyu. I'm gonna get rid of the Cynthia. Yeah, that hand looks fantastic. Do not Marnie us again. Don't. Don't do it to me, Cheese. Please, Cheese. Please. Premonition? Sure. So, they drew a card for each trainer in my hand. Now they have knowledge of my hand as well, so they know what's coming. Ace Roller's Premonition is going to knock out 2 Scorbunnies, which is a bit scary. Because I don't think that they'll go Snover Scorbunny. They'll probably just take out 2 Scorbunnies. If they're able to. Maybe they whiffed. Shame, if that's the case. It's a very hard deck to make work. Alright. Energy. Incense. Cinderace. As much as I want to grab that Abomasnow, securing the Cinderace here is pretty important. Alright, we're going to make do. We'll get rid of a Snorlax. We won't need that one again this game. Incense. Let us boost. Boost! Alright, looks good, looks good, looks good. Yeah, the Bird Keeper Snorlax combo is very nice. Allows us to maneuver the board in time. The only problem here is we're gonna have to retreat the Cinderace. We don't have another Cinderace ready to go, but we can figure it out. We'll get there. Hey. Oi. Stop it. Bye, Snorlax. That wasn't too bad. Alright, this won't be the worst. We do have Cinccino. Good. Let's got these two. Here comes the ominous numbers. But that's only going to place 4 damage counters, right? So we're in the clear. Should be right? Make do. Okay, yeah. Cool. Very nice. Nice. I'm gonna put the other Snover in play. Is what I'm thinking. So if this gets knocked out, then we can just power the other one up, right? Very good. So let's put this one up. And we'll Fireball Shot. The flat 300 HP on the Mimikyu is very good for us. Very good. Alright, our deck looks great when the opponent's not putting the pressure on. As soon as they take a KO, we're starting to knock out some of these Pokemon as well. No, we need to lose like 2 prizes, so they need to get to 4 remaining, and then we can start knocking out Rapidash and Medicham. I'm thinking if they try to hide, we'll just Boss's Orders this and go for it. This is going to be a big ace roller for them. Okay. No faith. What are you doing? Drizzile? Sure. Research? Big. Sure. Max Shadow, maybe, is what they're going to go for? Feels like a waste of a turn if they do that. But... yeah. I mean, it's looking pretty good for us, right? Because they'll attack, or whatever. Yeah. Alright. So... like, we don't have to get too fancy here, right? Let's just dig a little bit. Take the energy... and put on Raboot. We need to retreat. And we'll just Fireball Shot. Right? We've got the boss in hand. No need to play it. So now, if they go for, like, you know, maybe they want to knock out the Abomasnow and the Cinccino or something. It puts us in a good spot. We're kind of chilling on this hand. Feels like we should be able to win from here. We'll see. Flan of Waves. Alright. So, it looks like they're not doing too much on their side of the board, but the thing is that this deck has a really big payoff, potentially, with the turns as they play out, because, you know, if you're able to Ominous Numbers a few Pokemon to the right HP, and then finish things off with Yoga Loop, you could have some really, really big turns. I like Galarian Rapidash, but it's a little less compelling. Even with access to double turbo energy, it's a little less compelling. Now that we've got the V-Star Pokemon. Because they both still give up 2 prizes, right? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Big Ace Roller. Wow. Big premonition. So they're gonna get the 13 damage counters with Omnis. Where will they place it? Maybe you knock out the Abomasnow and then place 30 somewhere? Okay. I'll retreat to the Cinderace. Let's do this. Could be a bit spooky doing that. Let's make do. We'll get rid of a Quick Ball. There's our other Cinderace. So that's good. Fireball Shot. Alright, and let's let the game come to us. What have you got? 20 damage from this. 150 from Ominous. Oh, we can do this. Because you won't get the KO on Cinderace. So you've got Dummy Doll. Means I can't damage that Mimikyu, but that's fine, because we can boss that Mimikyu instead. So let's see. $20 damage comes down, but Cinderace remains out of range of Ominous. So I'm not sure what they're playing at here. The extra HP afforded to us by Abomasnow means that the Cinderace is not in danger either. So I don't know what they're gonna be able to do to stop the Cinderace. Our HP is just too high for them to deal with. Escape Rope again. Let's put this Cinderace back active. Tank wins the matchup? I think so. The big HP though. Makes sense you put the Mimikyu active because you played it this turn and you've got Dummy Doll. And then we just do one of these ones, and we go Boss's Orders. And then Fireball. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Cinderace goes alright. Sometimes.